Star Trek Online again. Second review on the same coming 3 months. Then they've done what's something to be an second expansion in this year. This edition, named Age of Discovery, has Star Trek Online focusing on the Star Trek Discovery TV show, which is now showing on streaming services such as Netflix or CBS All Access, depending on your reason, of course. While the previous Victory of Life expansion added a new start, which easily enabled new players to enter the new game with a new faction. This expansion also adds a new sub-faction, the Discovery Federation.
Can't believe how much things have changed. We hadn't heard from the Klingons for years. And now we have. Now, the Federation's at war. That was probably the last thing on my mind when I got here. It was the same for you, right? We came to Starfleet Academy to become explorers. Not all of us are fighters. Some of us are engineers, healers, scientists. We've been working hard on the ground and in space. We learned how things worked on a starship. And we learned how to work as a team. We've been getting ready to boldly go where no one has gone before. And today's your big day. Today you graduate and begin your career as a Starfleet officer. It's gonna be amazing.
Return to the TOS, or the original series, sub-faction. This provides a new set of starting missions for Federation characters. These starting set of missions are not repeatable without creating a new character. In these missions, you have Cadet Tilly from the show join you for your first mission out of Starfleet Academy. However, as Cadet Tilly is a junior cadet, she returns back to Starfleet Academy at the end of these missions.
Here you are. Are you excited? I am very excited. Pretty soon we'll be reporting for duty on the cadet training cruise.
On this mission, you are given the first officer position for your final training cruise.
That I do, Cadet. First officer station is yours. That's if you want it, of course. The bilge officer spot is still open.
Cleared from dry dock, Captain.
Acknowledged, Helm. Set a course for Vulcan. Warp 4.
Course laid in, sir.
Engage.
However, things don't go to plan when your ship encounters Mayday from Cyrano Jones, when it leaves to flank an ambush.
Incoming transmission.
Captain, I'm picking up a distress call from the SS Fortuna. Audio only.
Put them through, comms.
This is the Fortuna! Can you hear me? So, warp core is failing. We could really use some help here.
Let them know we're on our way. Helm, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room. Prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, we flash shields!
Prepare for...
Here you first encounter the big bad of the latest in the game. Klingon maker Dula.
Who is in command here? Speak now!
I'm Captain Schaefer. And you are?
I am Ja'ula of House Wokai. Surrender now, Captain, while you're still able.
Request denied. Get off my ship. Get off my ship.
If you insist, Captain. John True!
After fighting the Klingons off the ship, the captain is killed, in an effort to get rid of the Klingons.
What happened here?
Incoming transmission from the Klingons!
Do I have your attention, Starfleet?
Captain, are you all right?
Silence! Surrender your ship and all classified data within it to me. Immediately! Schaefer, order your crew to do as I say. Exo, follow my orders to the letter. Fire on my position. Spoken like a Klingon, Captain. Now die like one.
What do we do now?
The ship is now yours, but it was heavily damaged.
Damage control teams are assigned. We've put out all the fires and started patching the hull breaches, but it's gonna take a while. We'll get the critical systems back online as soon as we're able, Captain.
Cadet Tilly and the rest of the crew of the ship demanded had to pilot the ship and then get into a few battles, including the fight with the IKS Lucara. It was a ship.
Starfleet, you are persistent little cockpoo.
Long-range comms are back, Captain. Shall I send the distress signal?
After a while, we do get a signal out to get us a rescue. The rescue is none other than Captain Sham, voiced by Jeffrey Coombs, aboard the Sabrova.
Incoming transmission, Captain. It's a Starfleet vessel, the Sabrova.
This is Captain Thykir Shran. We've received your signal. What happened here? I see. Ever since they acquired their cloaking device, they've been getting mold, even for Klingons. You're lucky to be alive, Cadet. Which reminds me, you're on Captain Schaefer's ship. Where is he?
This Sham is not the same as the same character with the same
Meantime,
name
set a course for our
in
position.
Enterprise, but
Sabrova
the great
out.
grandson of the said character. Jeffrey Coombs is definitely no stranger to Star Trek. Best known for playing Brunton Wayoon in DS9 and Captain Shannon in Enterprise. Coombs previously voiced Brunton Wayoon in the last expansion in Star Trek Command. There is lots more in the story in the tutorial mission, but which really made this review we feel a lot more longer than it should be.
Okay, got it.
Good job, Chief. The field looks stable. Running is the worst.
Explained that this tutorial is very similar to the current 2409 tutorial in terms of structure. Many of the maps are very similar to each other, and many of these occurrences, these are supposed to be at the same place or places very similar to each other. But of course, having about 150 years separation.
Finnegan actually graduated. I guess the Irish are lucky after all.
Our structure is similar. Tilly and the other members of the crew will talk about Finnegan and Zimkirk, which while their 2409 counterparts Eliza Flores will comment about Boothby.
No one was assigned to a Constitution class. Not even you. That's crazy. How many times did you run the Kobayashi Maru? perks up to 2 now.
There you are. About time. Program's loaded and ready to go. I hope this is your lucky simulator. It's been nothing but bad luck for Kirk.
And here we have the smartest person in your class, or so I've heard. It's not entirely fair. Hero is a super genius, and he's built like a brick shit. Yep, yes.
As Mary Wiseman is reprising the role from the show, she brings many of his quirks to the game as she can.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you. They were looking for something in here. Can't imagine what, though. I mean, they have warp and impulse tech. What else would be in engineering? Especially since the ship's a complete mess, thanks to them. Is there a part they didn't shoot? Sorry, I could really use your help, since you're here. That thing the captain said about the bilge officer spot was pretty funny, though. I mean, we don't even have those anymore. Wait, do we? You survived! Then again, you survived fighting House Smoke Eye. Admiral Kensington must have been a walk in the park for you. I guess this is goodbye. At least for now. You've got a ship and a crew to take care of, and I still have to graduate. Hey, do you think they'll use your ship for the cadet cruise next year? If they do, put in a good word for me.
Sadly, as Cadet Clay leaves it to show, it's not here anywhere else in the game as of this writing. Once the tutorial is complete, you now play the 2 repeatable missions. These two repeatable missions are also available as holodeck recreations from characters who already exist, as they will be already 24/9 by this time. The first of these 2 missions. You are aboard the USS Glenn to train Klingons taking the Glenn secret project. This ship is actually seen and then later destroyed in a Star Trek Discovery episode. The Glenn is a sister ship to the USS Discovery and is equipped with the same top secret spy drive that the Discovery herself. After you drive off some Klingon ships, you board the Glenn, clear out the remaining Klingon boarding party. While you're aboard the Glenn, you visit some areas that are on the ship that are based on the sets in the show. This is not uncommon for recent Star Trek Online, as many of these sets from the show are recreated and players can visit them during certain missions. While aboard the Glenn, you also get a very frozen character in the tardigrade, whom some will call Ripper. This creature is the very same creature that appears in the show. We soon find that the leader of the Klingon body party is Jula. This time, she's after the spore drive tech. This project I was talking about.
Do you hear that? Engineering. Emergency transport of the specimen to containment.
Well, we make it harder for her to get to it. See how they escaped with the test in his hand. The second and final new mission is Downfall.
Glad you could make it. There's a little time and plenty to do. I trust you see the enemy vessels near your position. Deal with them. I need you conducting rescue operations as soon as possible, and the Klingons won't let you do that without...
It is where you defend Starbase 1 from the Klingons. This is one of the few space-only missions. Here your space battle skills are put to the test. Strength of the Klingon forces here ramps all the time. At a point where you feel like you're going to win, the IKS Lucara shows up. You're given the orders to attack, but as you make your attack run, you're snagged by the track beam and watch the Lucara fire her new weapon at Starbase. At this point, you find yourself with Truman Daniels from Star Trek Enterprise.
Take a moment. You've had quite a day. My name is Daniels. I'm here to help. Ja'ula's weapon used unstable mycelial tech, stolen from the Glen. When she fired it, it caused a massive temporal disruption. Everyone in the blast radius was thrown forward in time to the early 25th century. You, your crew, and a number of House Mokai ships, including the Lucara. They are currently at large. Unchecked, they're a danger to the timeline. I'd like your help in dealing with them. Officially, you were listed as killed in action. I'll help you fully integrate into this time period. That mycelial tech is dangerous. We need to stop Ja'ula.
He explains that you've been thrown into the future about 150 years to the year 2409. This is also where Ja'ula has been sent to, and she will continue where she left off. After this cutscene, you'll be dropped off into 2409's space dock with most of the Federation aligned players. Soon after starts the 24 storyline like all other Federation characters, with few modifications that reflect your status as a time traveller. As story content goes, this essentially is basically all the new story content in the game at this time. However, this is partly due to the fact that most expansions usually have 6 months between seasons or expansions, not the 3 months we've had since Victory of Life. However, Star Trek Online developers have given a roadmap of upcoming content, which will be released over the next few months. It's very similar to the 2015's Iconian War season, which added a new mission every month. As many players will have endgame characters already, especially after Victory's Life, which had 2 promotional events that happened outside of launch. Quite a few endgame systems have also got changed. The reputation system increased from a minimum of 40 days to complete to about 70 days to unlock access to many of the endgame rewards by adding at least 30 days to unlock all the gear. My thoughts. Story-based content here is very light on the ground, and a single new queue feels like a variation of the story episode of Downfall, but with the difficulty cranked up. However, my ship here, which I'm using for this footage here, is a pretty much top end. This queue is one of the few queues which doesn't have a reputation attached to it, so you can get a choice box for any reputation instead. One issue I can't really show in this video is that quite a few queues regularly fail to spawn a new wave to leave the queue in limbo as players cannot complete the required wave. However, these are slowly being fixed as they are found and shouldn't affect the console versions when it's released. If you return to the game thinking Age of Discovery is an expansion size update at launch, you will be disappointed. This is a season release, and the few new episodes are not out to expectations for a season release. Sadly, you'll be helped play most of the new content within a few hours. However, you will take at least 30 days before you'll have access to everything that has been added in this game.